Hey everyone, Marco here. In this video, I want to talk to you about the Loanch platform that was created back in 2023. That I also started to invest on last year. So I wanted to give you a more detailed video review about the platform so you can really understand what is the platform, what it actually adds compared to other platforms, what are my own results with it, and also what was new compared to the last time I actually talked about this platform on my website. So we'll dive into what is the platform itself and the latest news. Then we'll also go to the safety aspects, and then I will show you at the end how to actually invest on the platform. So first, let's talk about the platform itself. So Loanch is a platform that was created last year in 2023. It's based in Hungary. That makes it already a bit different than other platforms, as most of them are based in the Baltics. So it's a typical P2P lending platform. They actually focus more like on the Asian markets in terms of loan originators. We'll come back to that when we talk about loan originators on the platform. But basically they claim to focus on high returns for investors, so above 13%. We'll of course verify that in this review. That's still true in 2024. And also on additional safety and security for the investors' funds. For example, they have a 30-day bad bet guarantee, meaning that if an investment on the platform goes late, they will actually buy back the loan, and that's here 30 days, whereas most platforms have a 60-day buyback guarantee. But we'll also come back to that when we talk about the safety of your funds on the platform. So now some actual news about the platform. Since the last time I made a review of the platform on my website, which was last year, they actually tripled the number of investors. They now have about 1,500 investors, and they multiply by 10 the amount of money invested on the platform. It was 500,000 about, and now it's over 5 million. So definitely a platform that is growing. In terms of returns, they claim to have above 13% of return on the platform. So they claim a 13.6% average. That didn't move since the last time I actually talked about the platform, like about 6 months ago. So that's pretty stable, and this is actually something I verified on the platform. So I can see that both in my portfolio and the loans available, it's usually above 13%. So that makes it one of the best returning platforms on the market at the moment. Also, one thing I want to note here in terms of returns is that most loans are actually short-term. So you find a lot of short-term loans on the platform, sometimes even 60 days, meaning that you will have a lot of cash moving on the platform. That's good because it lowers your risk, right? Because you will actually have money reinvested and available at more times. And also if you want to exit the platform, or if you want to have, you need to take some of the cash out, it gives some peace of mind because you know that some of the cash will be returning to you quicker. Whereas on some platforms, if your money is stuck on the platform for 1 year, 2 years, well, that's more of a problem. So it's not a problem at all on this platform. So now let's talk more about the safety and security aspect on the platform. So I always dive into each platform I review in terms of the platform itself, what are the guarantees that they give, the team behind the platform, and finally, I look at the loan originators that are available on the platform. First, let's talk about the platform itself. So they have a buyback of 30 days, as I mentioned before. This is one of the main security aspects that they put in front. That's quite important because imagine you have some loans getting late. If you have a buyback guarantee of 60 days, well, then you have to wait the whole 60 days to get your money back. And in the meantime, your money is basically doing nothing, right? Because the loan is not being repaid. Here, with just 30 days, it means that you have to wait twice as less on the platform to get your money back. That can then automatically will be reinvested in some other loans. So that's definitely not only safer on this platform, but also you will get your money reinvested into other loan quicker, which means more returns. So that's a win-win, and that's really important on this platform and really something that I like to see. They also insist on their page about security that they use segregated accounts, meaning that your money is completely separate from the money that the company uses for day-to-day operations. This should be a standard, of course. I completely agree. I'm probably thinking that right now. But it's nice to see that they actually do it, they put it in front. It's true that some other platforms in the past that completely failed didn't do that, and therefore have some problems to pay back the investors, right? Because the money was already used for the company operations. Here, we are sure that the accounts are separate and that it won't be a problem in case there are problems with the platform in the future. So after talking about the platform itself, in terms of security, let's see the company and the team behind the platform. So as for all platforms, I checked that they are actually registered as a business in Hungary as they claim, and they are. I can actually find them on the official registry. In terms of the team itself, I always look at who is actually managing the company. So here, I checked the profiles of many people on the management team. For example, the CEO, Nikita Sinikis. He has a very interesting background, both in terms of engineering and finance, and I actually talked to him briefly via email. He told me that Loanch's platform was like a natural progression in his career because he was an active investor, he was interested in finance and engineering, he was working in both of those fields, and therefore he just wanted to launch the platform. That was just the natural next step for him. I also checked the profile of other people in this management team, and I can only find that they are highly skilled professionals that are running the platform. So this definitely no red flags at this stage. They're also using Finraiser as a backend to run the platform. That's a SaaS solution that basically you can create your platform out of that. And a lot of other platforms in the field, a huge platform that I have in my own portfolio, are using the same solution. That's also a good sign here. Now let's talk about what's very important for platforms, especially if you want to check that a platform will be sound in the future, is loan originators. So basically the companies that are putting loans on the platform for investors to invest in. So it has been proven in the past that the platforms that really failed were having bad loan originators. So basically the platform was great, but they didn't do a good check, or they weren't fully transparent about which companies they were using as loan originators. So here I always check that, and especially I was a bit sure that it's fully transparent for investors. Here on Loanch, it's indeed fully transparent. It's really on the main site, there is a tab called Loan Originators, and you can just explore the loan originators. They're not trying to hide anything. You can see that there are 3 at the moment in Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and Malaysia. So in the Asian market, as I mentioned before. And for each of them, you can just click on it and you will find all the financials, all the reports that are available to investors. So I really love the full transparency here. I would mainly like more of them. That's something I say for a lot of platforms, but definitely full transparency here in terms of loan originators. That being said, let's see now how to actually invest on the platform. So to open an account, it's very easy. It takes a few seconds to actually fill the form to sign up. Then you have the necessary legal requirement to actually verify your account for this know your customer process. It's done via Verif, which is the standard in the industry. It took me maybe 2 minutes to actually do it, to scan my ID card, take a selfie, and it was all done, and I could actually use the platform. To put money on the platform, there is the traditional bank transfer. For me, it took 1 day to send money from my Revolut to the platform, so it was very fast, and within 1 day I could start to invest. There are actually 2 options to invest on the platform. One is to just browse loans. So that's what I started with, to just see what was available. It's really easy to find information about loans, and you can also see the high return rates that I mentioned before. Second option is to, of course, use the auto invest function. So compared to the first time I actually talked about the platform, there are now some predefined options. If you don't want to set yourself the auto invest function, you can just use those predefined presets. I of course chose to use my own filters. It's actually on my review on my website. You can find the whole list of the filters that I'm using for my own portfolio on Loanch. And so far I can say that everything went well. Like, I didn't have any problems with the platform. The loans were delivering as anticipated. Auto invest function is working great. I will of course publish more reviews in the future and update my review on my site, but so far only good things with Loanch as a platform. So in conclusion, what to think about this new platform, Loanch? It's a platform that is growing, as we saw in the news. Compared to my last review of the platform, I was very satisfied with the platform as well. They have high returns, focus on transparency, safety of investors' funds. They could have more originators. Maybe it will come in the future. They could have more features like a secondary market, for example, to actually resell loans. But as the loans have a short term in general on the platform, that's not a problem. So for example, in my own portfolio, I didn't have a problem that there was not enough loans on the platform, and my auto invest function never actually stopped investing. There was no money dragged on the platform, so that's also not necessary. So that was not an issue for me, at least on the platform. So definitely a platform that I recommend to check out. You can get more information about the platform on their site. I will put the link below the video. You can also check the review that I have on my website. I always update it regularly with new information about the platform. And that being said, if you have any questions or comments about the platform or investing in general, don't hesitate to leave them below the video. And that being said, thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.